Hello and welcome to the Kathie J Show. In this edition of the Kathie J Show, we're speaking to somebody in our community who, to me, man, I don't know how she does it. She's like a superhuman. So this is September. There's no better time to reset in your life. Let's talk to the people that seem to be doing it. Everything she does, she just seems to make it happen. So I want you to meet her. Everybody, please say hello to Melinda Carbajal. Hello.
Hi. Thank
Hello.
you so much
Okay,
for
so
having me.
I'm so excited to have you. So I wish you were here sitting next to me, but you are such a busy woman that I understand. It's okay. So how many kids do you have?
I have 5 kids.
You have 5 kids. Yeah. So, and you've been married how long?
10 years.
10 years, but you've been together a long time.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, yeah. So you are no different than any of us. You live up in Brighton, and I love you, Melinda. So let me tell everyone how I first met this woman, and then you're going to start to fall in love with her the way I did. So during COVID is kind of where we met. All of a sudden, you were like, I get a text from you or something, and you were like, "Hey, we started a food truck right during COVID. That's awesome." So what you did is you pivoted and you still kept your business alive and you started doing like charcuterie boards that were delivered to people's houses. It was right around the holidays. I mean, it was brilliant. That's how you and I met on my front door.
This is correct. That is how we met. And I came right in. I was like, let's eat charcuterie and be friends.
That's exactly what happened. And then, and then COVID ended and we stayed in touch. And then you were slowly with all of the food trucks and the small businesses, you were trying to get back out there and you were doing your thing. And I would hear from you and I'm going to be at this place, Cassie. And I was just like, you're amazing. And then I didn't realize how amazing until all of a sudden you got yourself from zero to the stock show. Like your food truck all of a sudden is at the stock show. What did you do as a small business owner coming out of COVID? How did you make it happen?
I think I'm relentless.
Yeah, you are.
And I think if you asked a lot of people, that can be really obnoxious, but I think it's the only way that you can take a small business and grow it the way that we've been able to do that. So the stock show was a huge move for us. Obviously, that's one of the busiest times in January. Most people are struggling, and we were like selling. And then that led us to getting the Denver Zoo. It kind of just had this trickle effect of us being able to move through space. But the answer is that I just don't really take no for an answer.
You don't.
No, and I think you have to ask multiple times. Like people don't even know what they need. So it's sort of like this idea of like, I know that this would be great here. I know how great we are. I know how great we are. Like you're going to get it. You're going to get it until they finally are like, yeah, you're right. Okay, let's go.
And you know what, Melinda, you are relentless like that. And so I want people to know that's how you and I met, but how you came to be with this fire inside. You ended up in Brighton with your man, and you were in one of the saddest, scary. I grew up in North Thornton and in Brighton, so I know that whole area. You grew up in one of the worst parts of the area, one of the poorest parts. And so because of that, not grew up, but you ended up moving there, and because of that, you actually like started helping everybody in the area, right? It was at a trailer park. Like, explain who you are at the core.
Yeah, so I think I'm just like everyone else. I mean, I grew up in Fruita, Colorado.
Yeah, that's true.
Small town on my way to get out. And then along the way, like I struggled, like I fell a ton of times. And I consistently got back up. And I've been so lucky because my support system has always allowed me to get back up. My mom, my sister, the people around me have always been like straight and narrow and steady so that I could be a hot mess and drive all around and figure out what the world really was like for not just myself, but for tons of people. So, I went through a really hard time. I bought a trailer and in this little tiny trailer park here in Brighton, that didn't even have water a ton of the time. And when I did it, everyone was so scared for me. And I was just this rebel in me. Like I just needed to do what was my thing. My sister lived across the railroad tracks in Todd Creek in this beautiful home.
Much better area. Yes.
Yeah. And I was like living right in it. And
I got this. And I'm walking to the pool hall. I'm going to help some people coming out of the jail. I got this.
That's exactly what it looked like. And you know what was so cool is that I didn't even realize it at the time. It was just like this selfish leadership stage of my life where I was like taking on whatever I could and telling everyone I was the boss.
I love it.
Disappointing so many people. But from the backside, it's like, dang, these people are serious about community. People made sure I was in my house at night and the doors were locked before they would go to bed. This old lady next door. There were like people showing up in ways that you just don't get. in other parts of that. And so there was this big space for me then to realize that I could advocate for people who didn't have. And that's just one of the glimpses of all the places that I've been that I really like put myself in a bad situation. And maybe because I wasn't doing great, but what I got out of it was so cool.
Yeah, like you even helped people. I mean, you were like, "Hey, so and so does that. He can help you with your windows." I mean, you really connected. You were like you became like the little community leader of your little trailer park.
I consider myself a collector in life, I think.
Okay,
Um,
yes.
so in that era, I got to learn sort of like culturally about a different space. I got to learn about what community looked like when they didn't have. I got to see like the people right here in our hometown were living without water. I just, it's so unreal to me, right? If I never did it, I would have never thought that that was true or possible.
Right.
Um, and then I've collected in every phase of my life, and there's been so many of them. I just turned 40, but I feel like I'm at least 75 in all the things that I've like exposed myself to and been a part of. So that's
Yeah.
kind of part of the journey.
Yes, part of your journey. Where do you think that comes from? Was your mom I mean, you said that they gave you a good foundation, but have you always I mean, I spoke with your mom and she was like, "I don't know where she gets that." Where did you get it?
Yeah, I'm not, I don't know that it came from somebody. I think that motivation does come from within. There's like a piece of this that's like, it's just who I am ineptly. Like I'm outgoing and loud and challenging and I frustrate people and I want to experience things and I'm fearless, not just in movement, but fearless in like people. It's not the popular opinion of everyone, but like, I don't think we need to lock our cars or our doors. Like, it's fine. I'm going to be fine. Now I've been
Girl,
met
you
with
better
like,
watch that.
well, yeah, Mondo doesn't allow that, just so you know. But in
Good,
my
okay, thank
head,
God Mondo's here.
we're fine. Like we don't have to
Right,
fear our neighbors. And
got you.
I think that's kind of been what's driven me the whole time.
So and I love that, and I love that, but are there moments in your life, Melinda, where because obviously you go with your gut, you go with the fire inside. Have there been things that you've been like, "Well, I'm supposed to be doing this, but I have no passion for it, so I am gonna let that die." Is that a reality in somebody like you? Do you let things fade away, or is every task completed with you whether you liked it or not?
No, absolutely not. I don't have to complete the task. I
Okay,
have to win and I have to finish what I started.
I have to win.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you start something, you're gonna finish it,
Yeah,
but
it
if
doesn't mean like it could look different, right? Like
okay.
we started it and our expectation is it gets here and it got here, but like I fulfilled my obligation of what I said I would do.
Okay.
I can move
So
on.
do you learn from even the mistakes? That's a big thing for you as well. You just keep not everything's gonna be success for in your life.
Oh, I lose all the time. I am an avid loser. Like
No,
I
you're not.
no, but I'm
There must
good
be
at
so
it.
many losses I never see because I again, like you and I, when I adore you, and when I follow, when all of a sudden your social hits me or something, I'm like, of course she went to Italy to compete in a pizza making contest, which she doesn't, like I mean, like there's not you.
But that's an example of of like who I am. That Italy one is such a good one because most people compete here in the US first. Honestly, like you can do it
Yeah.
in Vegas, you can do it in all these places. And I was like,
Yes.
no, I think we should go to Italy. And Mondo was like, what? You have never done it here. Like, what are you thinking? You've lost your freaking mind. And I was like, I signed up. We're gonna go. I
Yes,
said I could
you do.
come.
You're that person. I signed up. We're going. Like you blow my mind. And so let's tell everyone what you did. So you are the owner. We haven't really said it. It's the Simply Pizza food truck. And it's beautiful. It is an actual oven. Explain what the truck is. It's so cool. The very fancy
Yeah,
one.
yeah. So we have an international truck with a shipping container if it's been converted into a wood fire pizza kitchen.
So cool.
Yeah.
It's so cool. But it's also very fancy in there. Like there's a chandelier hanging in your truck. Like it's so cool. So anyway, so it makes sense that you have such quality and you did that. So but the pizza, I mean, did you grow up making pizza?
No, I never made pizza a day in my life.
Will you listen to this woman? That's what I'm trying to tell everyone. She doesn't okay. If you learn nothing from Melinda, learn this. You can do anything you want because this woman didn't even know how to make pizza and all of a sudden she was in a competition in Italy. Tell everyone what happens when you go to Italy making
Yeah,
pizza.
I mean, there was a lot to that journey. I couldn't have done anything without my husband, so I
No,
didn't
of
give
course.
enough
We love
credit there
Mondo.
yet. But man, Mondo is like the foundation to my crazy. So you can do anything if you find someone that can balance out your crazy.
That's a good point.
I'm not sure
You
I could do anything alone.
don't match your crazy, find a foundation. You know what? You're right, because my husband is complete opposite, and God bless him because I have been able to do a lot of
Yeah,
different projects because he keeps the foundation. So you're right, Melinda. I
that's a
got you
real
there.
thing.
You're right.
I think so. What happened is we got on the plane, we went to Italy. We have no idea what we're doing. We've never competed anywhere, let alone out of the country. Um, my luggage got lost, which was
Oh my gosh.
ridiculous. And in
Did it
my
have
luggage was
the special Colorado tomatoes in it? What
tomatoes, sausage, special Colorado sausage, caninos was in
Oh,
the
that was
luggage.
in the luggage that was lost?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Okay, so I haven't heard this story. Keep going.
So the luggage finally arrives like 3 days later before the competition, but like obviously it's disgusting. And all of my clothes smell like rotten pizza. Like the whole thing is just rotten pizza. And we have friends that compete and they're really good at this. Like they do this all the time. They've done it for like
Yeah.
centuries, like
I mean, it's a
literally
real
20
deal.
years.
Yeah.
And they all think I'm nuts anyways, I think. But we show up and we've never done it before. They're like, that's so ballsy. I'm thinking in my head, like, just don't forget flour. I, in the middle of the morning, wake up and I go find a place in Italy all by myself. Mondo was asleep. And I'm like, can I use your kitchen to make sauce? Because my sauce had been in trouble. And they're like, people were weird. And they're like, yeah, sure, upstairs. So in this cute little place downtown in Naples, I'm like upstairs in this kitchen, like they're serving coffee below and I'm like cooking my sauce. And it was such a
Yum.
cool journey. And then we
Yeah.
compete, and I didn't put enough flour, which the whole time, just so everyone knows, Mondo's a better pizza chef than me. Like he's way better in the kitchen, but he's not outgoing to go just jump off the cliff and do it. So,
Gotcha.
yeah, so here I am. I'm just like, I could do it. I could do it. They're like screaming, like, put the flour down,
Flour.
flour. And it was like stuck, and I didn't think I was going to get it in the oven. And I got it in the oven, and I got 21st in American, which honestly was phenomenal because the fact that I got it in the oven and got it out and made a place was perfect. But what I got from that experience was just one more indication that it's okay to jump even if you're not ready. And if you think that you need to get more ready, you're waiting too long.
Wow. Yeah, because it's like the people that say, "I'm not ready to have a kid." You're never gonna be ready. It's one of those situations, that applies to everything in your life then. You're never gonna be ready until you do it.
Yeah, you're never going to be ready.
Do you share that with your kids? Are your kids all go-getters like this? Are they all out there? I mean, personality does affect motivation, I feel.
Oh, 100%. Not all of my kids are, they're all vastly different. I think
Yes.
what's cool with my kids is because I'm chasing my own dreams and my own goals and my own set of things, I allow them to be.
Yeah.
And I allow them to be them. I allow them to experience the things that they need to experience. I allow them to take risk that maybe I wouldn't if I was like so tied up in how they were moving.
If
I
you
don't
were
know.
right. But, I do wanna point out, you're a very involved mother. Like, you are right there in their school, you're right there in their homework, like, you are what a parent needs to be, like, so don't misjudge that comment about you saying, "I'd be there more." Like, I really feel that I don't understand how you are so involved with your kids with as busy as you are. I feel like I'm the one that's not, and you're 10 times busier than me.
Oh, you're a great mom. That's silly. Don't
I
say that.
I know, but I've met all of your children, and they are just yes, you say you let them be who they need to be, and you give them their independence, but I just feel you're really still on top of them.
Oh, yeah, because my job is to create human beings that can go out in the world and not suck.
Amen.
And so
Amen.
I have no choice except for to make sure that they can leave my house, that they can graduate high school, that they can go be productive in the workforce, that they can be compassionate and kind to the people around them. Like that is my job with children.
Yes.
It's just not my job to control how that looks for them. So I
Right.
don't spend that energy there. Like I spend the energy cheering on the side of the field. And my husband would, we try so hard to never miss a game. It's so important to both of us. Um,
That
we
that
spend our
kind of stuff
time,
matters.
yeah, we spend our time chasing grades. That's true. It's so easy. I screenshot the what the heck is happening here to my kids all the time. Like, excuse me, like you're missing some assignments. This is your job.
Right?
But I don't get in the way of like, do they like art or do they like sports or like what are their thoughts on religion or like I honestly allow them to have like a robust idea of whatever that could be.
That's amazing. You're amazing. We're
Oh,
speaking
thanks.
today with Melinda Carbajal, and she's amazing. So, I mean, the real deal. That's what I call you when I meet you. When I tell people who you are, I can't figure out any other way to say it. The real deal. And when I mean the real deal, it's just there's people that move and shake our world because they move it. They're the real deal. They have no problem putting a plan together, and whether it fails or not, they at least do it. While a lot of us are, you said it, Melinda. We're sitting on the couch or we're not. I can't tell you. I have one girlfriend who has a million plans on how she's going to go back to school.
Mm.
I'm like, go back to school. I mean, I had a million plans on how I was going to lose weight until you do it. Like until you do it. And so it's such a good point, Melinda. So I want to talk to you about, because you are a mom, how do you balance it? I mean, it's not just how do you balance it?
So I don't. This is my answer for everyone always. This question happens all the time. I don't balance it. I'm not balanced. Not in a negative way, just like we incorporate it. That's what I mean by balance. We
But I
cut
never
things
see you
out.
tired. I never see you doing any of that crap. Like, I mean, I really like the rest of
That's
the I
built
mean,
in me. That is genuinely, that's just who I am. My sister-in-law says something super inappropriate, so I won't say it here, but I was born with this much energy in my blood. It makes no sense. It's just the way that it is.
I know what
And
you realize. Yeah.
it's
And I
a
agree with
real
you.
thing.
So how many hours of sleep do you get? Like, what's a typical day for someone with your kind of motivation?
I probably wake up at 6, and unfortunately, this is terrible, so don't judge me. But I'm on my cell phone right away, like scheduling what the next block of things look like, figuring out who I need to email, setting up a few menus for events that are coming up. Then I'm screaming at my kids. I'm not like gently waking them up. I'm not. That'd be a lie. I'm like, hey, get out of bed.
Right?
And then I can hear them wrestling, and then I get myself out of bed and I take them to school, and then I drink coffee. Every single day, I drink coffee.
Okay.
Um, I'm unwilling to give that up because that's like my moment of being like, you're okay and you exist in the world and
It's your
like you can do hard
foundation.
things. Yeah. And then I get started on whatever that project looks like. We have no consistency in work. Obviously, we do events primarily, large scale caterings, that type of stuff. So we're doing something surrounding work throughout the day. Then we're making sure our other kids got off to school, but we usually make them walk.
Okay.
And that's intentional. Could we drive them to school every day? The answer is yes. The answer is we don't do that. And we think that they can get themselves to school and get themselves dressed and get themselves out the door. And that's part of like me teaching that foundation piece.
Yeah.
And then they all come home again, and we're off to sports practices, probably at least 3 a night, couple football, maybe gymnastics, soccer in between. And then I have board meetings multiple days a night. And then I do some board meetings throughout the day. And then we eat dinner at the table every night if we're
No,
all
you
home.
don't. Do
Yes,
you
we
really?
do.
Who cooks?
Mondo, he does all the cooking.
Man, I love that man.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
after that, the kids go to bed. We read books. Mondo and I switch between our two youngest every single night. And then we watch TV together on the couch and we do it all over again.
And your kids are ages
17, I have a senior in high school, to 7, a second grader.
that's odd. So Parker, I mean, they all have cool names. I loved all their names.
Yeah. Parker's 17, Milo's 15, Oliver's 13, Hendrix is 10, and Harlow is 7.
Awesome. Yeah. So So I don't know how you do it. And you mentioned in there you're part of a student council, right? You work at the school. What do you do
I'm
there?
on the school board. So I
You're on
ran
the
my first
board. Why
election
not?
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I ended up on the school board, and it's been some of the most meaningful work. But Kathie, not just the work of doing the school stuff, but when I talk about collecting, part of the cool part of that work is that like the amount of things we don't know unless we ask questions, we'll never know. And every door I open, I realize I know less about the world around me. So
Amen to that.
working in
Sorry.
the district has been so cool. Learning how the system works, how the government in that side of things works. Why aren't we telling people that school boards exist? Why is that not part of training ever? Do people even know that I help oversee $1 billion budget in a school board and people don't even care about who they vote for school boards? Like, let's talk about the why so we get like real active people looking at that. So that's kind of fun.
That $1 billion blah blah blah. It's kind of fun.
It's kind of fun.
It's kind of fun. Okay, so Melinda, with everything you do, like the passion comes and you find yourself doing things you've never thought you would, but you just go with it. What's your zodiac sign? I'm just curious.
I'm a Pisces.
Pisces. Okay. All right. So yeah, well, that fits too. Okay. So then I need to know what's coming up for you next.
Ooh, something really cool is next week. So I serve on a bunch of nonprofit boards.
Of course you do.
Yeah, besides my school board seat, I serve on
Right.
economic development, Vaughn's Vision, doing glassware for
Hey,
kids
Von Miller's Vision
with
with the
Von Miller.
glasses. Yes, that's such a cool organization.
I serve on Slice Out Hunger out of New York, where we look
Mhm.
at stimulating the economy and pizza by like places that need support or like shelters. We give funding to those areas. Those pizzerias deliver free food. So it's like a two-part movement. And then I was asked by Laura Meyer, if you don't know who she is, when I think about the pizza world, she is the queen of pizza. She's the first woman to ever win in Italy. She's the first woman to ever win Taglia. She was like 30 over 30 in Forbes. She's amazing. She started a pizzeria in Berkeley. Well, she called me and said, "Hey, be a part of my nonprofit and let's like build something together." So I flew out there, a bunch of women in the industry, and we built something called Fork to Future. And this is like giving people the opportunity, or like underrepresented people in hospitality, like business advice, and like so that they can make their own decisions, not what people are like shoving for them to do.
Yes.
So we have our first conference next week, and I'll be flying out to Seattle, and I get to be one of the presenters at that conference. So that's something coming this coming week that's really, really exciting for me.
Very cool. So, why not? Why not fly out and talk at conferences as well? Why not
That's the
add more
best
to your mix?
part. It'll be my third conference to fly and speak at this year. And
Girl,
that's my favorite thing I've ever done, Kathie. I had no idea. I am not you. I am not the showgirl. But like on a stage, I am kind of badass.
you're fire. You are fire. I have seen you. You are very badass. Okay, so the one last thing I do want to point out that you are, because of how you're a Brighton resident and you've seen the worst parts of Brighton and you've helped them get better and stuff. So you are running for city council.
I am. I'm
Yes.
right in the mess of running my second election.
Yeah, so yeah, you're crazy. School board was the first one. Now you're doing this, but I want you to know that when I happened to be at a party that you were having, it was so funny because all of us were just talking about how cool you are,
Oh.
and like even your best friends, like we all just talk about how cool you are, and someone was pointing out that you were talking about how you wanted to run for city council, and it was the mom of Parker's best friend Mason.
Okay.
So, and she goes, "Yeah, I when Melinda said she was thinking about it, I went to Mason and I was like, Mason, guess what Melinda's gonna do?" And Mason, who's only a 17-year-old kid, goes, "What? Is she running for president now?" I mean,
Good for
even
you.
this kid knows your abilities. So
Well, it makes my whole heart full that a kid said that, because that kid has been around for a long time. Friends with my kid. He works at Simply Pizza now.
I
Um,
mean, yeah, but but nobody doubts you, and I just think that's what's amazing about you. So good luck on, on the run. I mean, I love the fact that you could do anything you want, and you still want to put yourself back into helping people. You always want to make things better. You always want to make things better. That is who you are. Okay, so before I let you go, Melinda, what do you want to leave everybody with?
Man, just take a risk.
Yeah.
Like, don't wait. Don't wait. Don't overthink it. Don't over prepare. Don't underestimate yourself. Like, you don't have to be ready to go get shit done. And if it doesn't turn out, then you just like stand yourself back up, be proud that you did it, because the next time it gets easier. And if it doesn't get easier, it sure as hell feels better. And I think that it's really important that you just go tackle that. So move through the world like you don't have to stay stagnant where you are to succeed.
Yes. Move through the world like you don't have to stay stagnant. I love you,
I love you.
Melinda Carbajal, Simply Pizza food truck. They can see you on a reg. You're at the zoo, correct? The Denver Zoo, your food truck.
We are. We're at a brewery also in Brighton called Something.
Yeah, what is it again?
Something Brewery.
Something Brewery right up there in Brighton. Yep. That's where I saw you at. I'll come see you again.
All
Tell
right, deal.
Mondo I said hi. Tell your entire
I
family
will.
I said hi. And thank you so much. Where can people find you? Are you just Melinda Carbajal?
Yep. Or Mrs.
Online.
Carbajal 5, those five
Ye
babies. Yeah, come follow me and find out what it's like to be a crazy mom juggling all the things.
I am so embarrassed. I never put the Mrs. Carbajal 5 together. I never put the 5 kids.
5 of them.
I know, and I know how many kids you are, but I've seen your handle my whole I never put it together. The 5 was that never mind. Forgive me. Okay. Melinda Carbajal, have a great day, and I look forward to the next time we talk. Bye.
Thanks, Kathy. Love you.
Kathy J.